All right, so we are talking about the special occasions speech details. So, uh, just to kind of get started here, there's kind of two different approaches you can take to this. You're either going to focus on celebrating a person or a group of people or celebrating yourself. So, the purpose of this speech is to either celebrate a person by commemorating them and the occasion of whatever fictional situation you're creating, or you can celebrate something that you've done, whether that be real or something you make up, as well as the occasion. Your goal is to honor a person and emphasize the reason for the event to the audience. But if you're giving a speech about yourself, such as an acceptance speech, your goal is to give thanks to the people who gave you the award, explain the honor of receiving that award, as well as leaving the audience with some sort of inspirational message that they can take. For the speech, you're welcome to make up the situations and the details, the occasion itself, the relationships. It's kind of up to you. So if you want to give a best man speech at Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' wedding, you could definitely do that. If you want to give an acceptance speech into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, you could do that as well. So you get to kind of make up your situation, which makes this a little bit more fun. So some examples of special occasion speeches that I have listed, which you're not limited to, are to honor special guests at a dinner or reception. You can also recognize a coworker for discovering something new or a promotion. You can give a toast to the bride and or groom at a wedding, so like a best man or maid of honor speech. You can honor somebody who's passed away by giving a eulogy. You can present somebody with an award at an award show such as the Oscars, the Grammys, or you can make up an award show like The Office with the Dundies. You can also, moving into stuff that you can celebrate when it comes to yourself, is accepting an award at an award show, like I just said. Also, you can give an induction speech into the Hall of Fame, whether that be a sports Hall of Fame or it can be an entertainment Hall of Fame, it could be a science Hall of Fame, it could be the nursing Hall of Fame, it can be kind of whatever Hall of Fame you'd like it to be. You can also announce a retirement, and then sticking along the lines of retirement, you can give a speech. Say you're at a retirement party for yourself and giving a speech to thank the employees. Some speech details here. So the speech is going to be 3 to 5 minutes. And then this part coming up is going to be the biggest difference. You're going to have a typed formal manuscript for this speech. I'm going to post a sample one for us to follow. The only thing with this is when people have the opportunity to write a manuscript, a lot of times they forget some of the important details of a speech. So I would advise, if you're a person that is worried about this, make a sample outline for yourself, or just make an outline for yourself and then transfer that over into kind of paragraph form for this manuscript. That way you're going to hit all your main points that you need, all the subpoints you need, and then all those components of an intro, body, and conclusion that you'll still need in this speech. You're still going to have a credibility statement. You might have to get a little creative with that, but I still think it's important to have one. Like I said, the creativity is going to come into play, so it doesn't come off as you're bragging. Maybe you're just talking about how it's such an honor for you to be able to give this type of award or to accept this type of award. If you watch the example of Matthew McConaughey in our slides, he gives a credibility statement by saying just being in the same category as all these actors is really humbling. So that's kind of a humble way to kind of state his credibility. If he is among all these great actors and still won this award, that just kind of speaks to who he is as an actor. You're still going to have a motivation to listen statement, and that's going to probably be the reason that you're gathering for the special occasion. You don't need any outside sources for the speech. You don't need a presentation aid for the speech, because if you're giving this speech, say you're giving a maid of honor speech, you're probably not going to pull a PowerPoint, a 12-page PowerPoint to try to go over. That's just kind of not the setting that you'd use. On your speech day, you must post your manuscript, and that should be turned in by 12 p.m. noon. Please use a sample manuscript that we have to help you with formatting, and then you'll need to post the link to your speech on our discussion forum by 12 p.m. noon as well. And that speech day is just that Friday that is going to be due, and that'll be posted on that given week's page. So let's just look at the rubric. It's going to be very similar to our previous rubrics. The only difference is some things are going to be worth more points, and those things are going to be a little bit bigger. So all this stuff up here is going to be similar. So use of stories and examples. It says evidence, so if you use evidence, this is kind of where it'll fall into play, but you don't need to. this is where we're going to look a little bit more. So enthusiasm, energy is worth 10 points now, because these commemorative speeches are really going to focus on your delivery skills. Since you're not having a lot of outside information, or a lot of times we don't have any outside information, you really need to deliver your speech in an effective way to really inspire the audience, kind of get your message across. The next thing is your volume, enunciation, and speaking rate are going to be worth 10 points as well. Eye contact, 10 points as well. So this is going to be a little bit difficult for some people. So it's a manuscript speech. So even though it's a manuscript speech, you still want to practice your speech, so you're not just reading off the manuscript the entire time. But then the rest of it is going to be pretty much the same. So that is the commemorative speech, the special occasion speech. So if you have any questions, please let me know. But this is a fun way to end our time together here. So like I said, let me know if you have any questions. But you guys can get started on this, and I'll post a sample manuscript for us as well. And then also I do have a sample speech that I gave when it comes to a special occasion speech that you guys can watch as well.